I know last time that you were in Riyadh, you did mention that because Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson, you'd potentially be interested in Conor McGregor. Now, I don't know if you saw, but at the Roadhouse premiere, Conor gave his response to that and said, never say never, he would be down for that at some point. If that ever materialised, how do you feel you would deal with his pre-fight trash talk? You're used to being around it with Tyson and John, but you are a little bit more reserved unless you're pushed.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, no one's really had to bring it out of me, but, you know, I've been around it all my life. You know, my dad, obviously a massive talker, Tyson, a huge talker. It's in the entertainment business, so I'd be welcoming that with open arms. At the end of the day, if he wants to get into that side of things, you know, for me, it's just logical. You know, I'll beat the both of them. So if he wants to get into this side of stuff, you know, he's looking at the top dog to do it. So at the end of the day, listen, if it ever materialises, I'll take it with both hands. You know, I like Conor McGregor. He's a very, very, very entertaining character, and I think it'd be great. You know, I'm just thinking of the build-up. You know, Tyson, me dad, myself. I think it'd be a bit of a mad build-up, to be honest. But listen, never say never, like he said, and hopefully down the line we can get it on.
You know, I mentioned, do you feel like you'd be prepared for his trash talk? Is he prepared for John Fury, though? Because that's a whole different experience in itself, isn't it?
I don't think anybody is, to be honest. I don't think there's anybody in the world that is. But listen, if you wanted to, if you want to make a big show, and he knows where it's at anyway. You know, if he's looking at fights in that space, he knows where it's at. The Furies is the biggest name in boxing. Tyson's fighting for all the marbles now. You know, he's the best fighter in the world. So, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, you know, I'm sure he's got some fights left for the UFC and whatnot. So as soon as he's done with that, if he wants to get the ball rolling, he knows where I am.
Do you see weaknesses in his game? Obviously, the only boxing match he's had is the Floyd Mayweather fight. Yeah. It's hard to spot any weaknesses going up against arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time. Yeah. What did you make of his only boxing fight? Yeah,
it was good, wasn't it? I mean, to go, I think 10 rounds with Mayweather, one of the best fighters to ever live, it's a hell of an accomplishment. So he did really well. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm a bigger, stronger man. You know, his experience is what it is, and we're not in a cage, we're in a boxing ring. So yeah, I do fancy myself big time for that. You know, the cage is the cage, but the boxing ring is the boxing ring, and I reckon I'll have my way if it ever did come off. My dad's on one again.
Can hear him. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson as well. I know you'll have your opinions on that. Former opponent of yours against the guy that your dad really wanted to fight in Mike Tyson. Yeah. I know it's an exhibition. There's going to be no head guards, and both of them are going to go for it. Yeah. Who do you see getting the better of that fight?
I don't even want to give a prediction on that, because at the end of the day, it's a 60-year-old man getting in the ring with a young 25-year-old man. It's disgraceful. You know, at the end of the day, if you're a good man, you don't want to fight someone 60-year-old, do you? An absolute legend like that. You know, what he was isn't what he is now. You know, and these little 10-second clips that you see on the internet and pads, anybody can do that. You know, I'm sure he looks great for a minute, but, you know, it's not just a minute when you're in there. You know, it's probably 6 or 8 rounds, and it's 3 minutes at a time. You know, 60, you're going to feel it. So I don't even want to give me comments on that. It is what it is. But I know one thing, he couldn't beat me, so now he's going to have to jump in the ring with the 60-year-old. So I don't think it's done him any favours, to be honest. You know, it is what it is. Would I get in the ring with Mike Tyson? Definitely not. Even if I was offered it tomorrow, no, because he's a legend and the man's 60. You know, you've got to have a bit of respect about you, I think.
If he calls you out after that fight, it's no secret that he's chasing that rematch. If you had to say yes or no, would that happen in the next 2 years? Do you think it would happen?
Me and Jake Paul?
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I'll knock him out next time. Like I say, you know, I'm out for a good bit this year because everyone knows I had the surgery on my knuckle there, so I'm out for a little while. But when I'm back, you know, I'm sure I'll have a few getting back into it fights, and then line me straight up with him, because I should have knocked him out the first time. I beat him easy the first time, to be honest. So I reckon next time I will get the job done properly.
KSI as well. He is gonna want that rematch. Yeah. It was a close fight, to be fair. Just looking back on it now.
What?
Just looking back on it now, did anything surprise you from him?
Yeah, I didn't know he could do star jumps like that in the middle of a boxing ring. Listen, he is useless, complete and utter useless. But you get a heavyweight in the ring with Tyson, and Tyson's trying to box properly, and someone's turning the back and running away and doing star jumps. Tyson will find it hard to get someone out there like that. You know, so it is what it is. Whenever he wants to actually box, let me know. But until then, enjoy that loss on your record, mate.
Do you not feel like you would need, for your own sanity, you would need to put him to sleep?
Definitely not. My sanity's great, mate. I've had these two loudmouths going all over the world talking about how good they can fight. I beat them both in the same year. I've had to go on their show, everything. Fight as the away fighter. I beat them both on their own shows. Now that's how you know you beat them properly, because he picked the judges himself, and the judges still couldn't not give it to me. So listen, they're nobody to me at the end of the day. They can be what they want in the other space, but as far as the boxing world, they're just two guys who are beat, and that's it.
The only one that's left for you there is the other brother, Logan, which that would sell massive tickets, wouldn't it?
He's got no fight in him. He don't want to fight at all. I'm pretty sure he's doing WWE now, and he's pretty good at that. I have to admit, I'll give credit where credit's due. He's pretty good at that. So I think it's best if he stays there. But if he wants to fight, listen, I'll beat both the brothers. It doesn't really matter. Let's see if he can get some revenge for his brother. Bill it as that. Yeah. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm open for any one of them. I always said I don't have to think about them fights, because them fights are just, no problem, take it. It is what it is. I don't really have to think about much.
Awesome. Well,
there we go. Yes, mate. How you doing? You alright? All good.
Really appreciate the time. I know a lot of people want to speak to you. Excited for May the 18th, your brother versus Usyk, and excited to see you back in there. Plenty of mega fights for you.
100%, definitely. Thank you very much, and God bless.